You know, I get to thinking. I'm always in my head. I'm always thinking about like just stuff. And a part of, I don't want to call this part three, a part of a video I posted a few days ago talking about my feelings and how I felt and regret. Um, with that being said, yes, there were other dating opportunities in my life. Did I really act on those? No. Um, with coming out of a relationship, I wanted to work on myself. I wanted to work on myself, and I didn't want to settle for less. Uh, I have seen a lot of people in life. They are with somebody for a long time. Things go south. They end up with the next person who even looks at them. I didn't want that to be like my life. I didn't want that to be like, and nothing wrong up to that. That's just a decision that I wanted because I felt like, people say there's no time. If you know, you know. Uh, I am not there mentally 100% to know. Like it's one of those things that, yes, I could have potentially, the next person I am with, made a living out of it. Could have. I don't know. But I don't know. So, yes, if you feel as if you know, fine, you know. I am one of those people that believe that we all have soulmates, but we have multiple soulmates, depending on location where we're at. I could decide to live in Washington, where I am now, my whole life, and run into someone who could become my soulmate. Or I can go across the U.S. and go to Florida and meet probably who is somebody equally, or if not the same person that I am meeting in Washington. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to explain that fully, but like, you ever have like a deja vu, like doppelganger moment where like you're in your local store and there's somebody who looks just like you? I mean, it's one of those things that like we're so similar in so many different ways that you can't tell me that there's not multiple people out there in this world that I can cling with. So part of the whole, I'm not smart enough to know. So I have played it safe, and I have kind of not necessarily shut off all dating. I have been very picky on who I date, who I talk to, who I pursue, who I let into my life, because of I have this idea in my head of like, I don't want to go through what I went through before. Now, a lot of people can say that comes with like maturity and stuff like that. Once again, I'm becoming, and I'm still, like I said in the video, I'm going to be a better version of myself today or tomorrow than I am today. And there's a lot of things that I know that I don't do right. There's a lot of things that I know that I could work on. And one of those things are my maturity. I'm not the most mature person. I make very poor decisions a lot of times. There are a lot of things that I know personally that I'm not where I should be at. And knowing is the first battle. It's easy to say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. But then like when it comes to doing this and that, it's harder. So with my situation, it's like I had this life planned out, and I am not mentally stable enough to have those moments played out with somebody else just yet. Yes, it's something I want to do. Yes, I will never let somebody truly 100% hold me back from those things, because I deserve happiness. I deserve love. I think everybody deserves happiness and love. But I don't want to waste anybody's time. And when that comes with me having to figure out like, this is what I want, this is step one, boom. I can't second guess step one. I have to be sure about step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're together. I cannot settle for less, and I refuse to settle for less. I've seen that so many times where people they settle for less, and then they end up with somebody worse than the person they were with before, or they end up with somebody who they just don't connect with altogether. And I don't want that problem to happen. Yes, everybody wants a beautiful, attractive person. Here's the thing. Yes, I want a beautiful, attractive person. There's so many other things that you have to look for in a person that I don't have experience doing. It has always been date the prettiest girl you can. Regardless if she was a fun time, bad time, good or bad, like it was date the pretty girl, always. I don't know how else to say it. So in my transition of finding a mix between beauty, personality, brains, somebody that I can connect with, feel like I have not found that. Yes, I found one or two out of the five things that I'm looking for, but to go forward, I need more than one or two. Out of five things, that's what? Somebody do math. I don't know. But with three, it's more than 50%. Like, and that's a start. I understand that I'm not gonna just find this person that everything that we do is like spot on. We love everything about each other, but I need at least three of the five things that I'm looking for to match up for me to feel comfortable in pursuing somebody. And that's something that I need to work on. Personal thing, this is just me. I struggle with talking to people first. I grew up in a way where people always talk to me first. So when I go and I talk to people, it is filled with stutters. I don't know where to take the conversation. You can ask me these questions and I'm very short, and I'm very bad at like not communicating, but like having certain conversations. And a lot of that comes from me like just not caring about what a person is talking to me enough about. And I'm just like, oh yeah, okay, cool, whatever, and it's very hard for me to have those conversations with people that I don't want to have a conversation with. So I just don't talk. Oh, you can put a camera in front of my face and I can talk all day. Somebody that I like, somebody that I'm friends with, I can talk all day. If I don't know you or I'm just meeting you, I'm very quiet, very shy. So I struggle with like putting myself out there. Plus, I have this thing in my head where like rejection and me don't go well together. So like not well in the way of like I'm gonna crash out if I get rejected, or like I'm gonna poke at everything and like, hope I don't get rejected. But like, let's say there's like, I don't know, it's rejection. Rejection is, I don't want to ever, I know it's happened before, but like rejection, I'm like, man. And I think I'm scared of that. I'm scared of that because I'm so used to everybody like coming to me, pursuing me, that when it's time for me to pursue somebody, I'm like, oh my God, if I do and I try and I get rejected, that's gonna suck. That's gonna be a bummer, because I've never had to go through that. So that's something that I'm working on, trying to learn how to talk to people, make conversations with them. I'm struggling right now in that category. But like I said, I don't want to ever settle. I want to find somebody that like I could really click with. And yes, I have been around multiple people, women, that could have been on that path of maybe. But it just didn't line up the way that I wanted it to line up. And I don't want to say that I want to explore my options, but I need to explore my options. I mean, I was in a situation for a very long time. I'm going to call it a situationship. And I was in that for a very long time. I don't know anything else. I don't know how to date. I don't know how to ask for a girl's number. I don't know how to talk to a girl in person. I don't know how to form dates, plans, whatever. I don't know how to get the ball rolling. Usually it's just them talking to me, them asking me on a date. So I am going through like this cycle of like, yeah, man, you're kind of rusty. And I'm trying to take that, what is that, de-ruster, and spray it all over me, because I know I'm rusty. But that still doesn't mean that I'm gonna settle for less. And I refuse to. I refuse to settle for less. I want a beautiful, pretty, fun, go-getting, hard worker, and I'm not gonna stop. Okay, I'm not gonna stop, because that sounds crazy. I'm not gonna, note to self, don't say I'm not gonna stop in any type of sentence. That just sounds wrong. I'm not gonna stop. Well, what about if you should? So I'm not gonna settle for less until I find somebody that I truly feel that this is it. Like this, actually not even that this is it, that this could be it. And for it to could be it, 3 out of the 5 gotta line up. If 1 or 2 line up, we can be friends, we can be cool, but like, we gotta leave it at that. As far as finding wifey, potential wifey, we gotta click. 3 out of 5 things have to be on board. So that's just how I feel. Tell me how you feel. I feel I've just seen it, man. I've seen some of my friends be like miserable with certain people because they settled, or like they did something off some rebound stuff. That's the other thing. I don't want to do stuff off rebound stuff, man. Like, to rebound and rebound like a brick that didn't even like hit the rim, like that's gonna like, I can't do that. Like, I gotta like, if the rebound's there, like it gotta be a good rebound. Like it gotta be like a straight put back, like no hesitation. Not like you bricked it and you passed it around and then you shot it and you bricked it again. I need quality. And I refuse to just date around to hope to find quality. I have so many people in my life that I know, a lot of my guy friends, because they're just, I guess we're all in a certain situation where I think we're slowly growing into each other. To where, you know, I have a friend who's 3 years younger than me, a friend that's 2 years younger than me, a friend who's the same age as me, and a friend that's like a year older than me. And I think back when I was like 28, what I was saying, 29, what I was saying, 30, what I was saying. Now I'm 31, and I think where my mind's at now. And I look at my friend who's 32, and I look at my friend who's 33, and I'm slowly turning into them as far as maturity wise. But like 25, Steven, like, I would have been asking where the hoes at. Like, I didn't care about nothing. I didn't care about a girlfriend, a wife, kids, family, none of that. It was just have fun. Where the hoes at? Where the party at? Where the club at? We in the club. We gonna drink. We gonna do all, like, exactly, like all of that stuff. And I wasn't thinking about like my future. Not that like you have to have kids or a family or whatever in the future. Like, if you want to be single for the rest of your life, that's cool. That's fine. I've been single for a long time. My last like 3 years being single is probably one of my funnest years because it's just me, myself, and I can do whatever I want. If you are the type of person who needs attention, love, and affection, that's cool. That's you. I'm kind of turning into that slowly, where I'm like, oh, I want to go to the movies, but do I want to go to the movies by myself? No, not really. Or I want to go out to eat. Yeah, I should have the confidence to go out to eat by myself. Yes, but I don't. And then I start missing relationship type deals because that's just my personality. But I can play both parts to where I like to be single, but then I like to be in a relationship. And I'm growing into that, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I want something to settle down with. I said something. I want someone. I don't want to call anybody things or objects or whatever. It's just, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at in my life. You know, I've grown to want these things that I didn't know that I wanted until I didn't have them. And then, when I didn't have them, I started appreciating them more. And I don't know why I'm swinging around. I'm nervous right now. I think that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm playing with my hands right now a lot. I'm swinging this cord around a lot. I'm nervous. Anyways, I'm not gonna settle for less. Don't settle for less. If you settle for less, that's fine. Whatever. Whatever. Do what you want. Do what you want, but don't do what you want. Don't settle. Okay? Don't settle. I refuse to settle. I am not gonna settle. So yeah, that's why I've been kind of sad. Today is February 12th. Valentine's Day is coming up. You know, I said that in the video before, like 2 days ago. I'm going to try my best not to crash out. I know I said I was going to crash out. I was joking. Ha ha ha. That's my humor. But I'm going to try my best not to crash out because, like, I don't need to crash out on that. You know, it's just a day. It's a day someone made up for whatever reason. And it shouldn't affect my mood. Even though it would be nice to buy like flowers and like chocolates for somebody and like, you know, maybe go on like a date or something. But like, it's not all the be all end all. It's not, you know, I'm fine. I'm sure my mom would get me like a box of chocolate or something. She always does stuff like that for like stuff like Valentine's Day. So yeah, I'm not gonna settle for less. Don't settle for less. I was sad the other day. I'm still a little bit sad because obviously feelings just don't go out the window. But that was kind of where I was at as far as that. You know, I know people were probably thinking like, just get in a relationship again, like just start dating around. The problem is the older we get, the harder dating is. There's too much of a distraction with apps and internet and all that stuff. It's so hard as far as like not doing those things. Like I don't really want to use apps. I don't want to like, I want it to be like a natural, authentic type of like relationship deal. So like I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel like, and nothing against people who use like apps. I don't know how I'd feel if I'd be like, yeah, we met on X whatever app, I don't know, just trying to feels a little icky. But that's just the age group that I'm in, which pretty sure people 5 years younger than me are like, what are you talking about? Like, that's what everybody's doing. Not people in my age. And if you ask somebody who's like 5 years older than me, they're going to be like, ew, no, I would never do that at all. So I don't know where I feel on that, how I feel on that. But yes, that's why I haven't just been like dating around, because it's hard. It's really hard to date at this point in my time. So I have been around a few people, like I said, but like it's not on like a super consistent basis. Like I might talk to like one girl and then like 6 7 months later talk to another. It's not like, oh, I went on two dates this week. Like, no, that's weird, man. I don't have time for that. I don't got energy for all that. So that's kind of why I haven't been doing that. So if any of my online girlfriends like want to date, send me a message or something. No, yeah, you could actually. Don't. But yeah, so don't settle. Never settle. I'm not gonna settle. If you settle, that's fine. That's totally your choice. I'm not gonna settle for less. And I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna stop until I find what I want, but I am not gonna lose hope until I find the person who's right for me. And I don't think that you should lose hope either. So thanks for being here. Like, comment, subscribe. Why did my finger go up like that? Watch some other videos. I'm gonna record a video every day of my life until I don't know. Until I don't know. Maybe one day this video or the next day's video just doesn't pop up, and then you probably know why. Either I got tired of the project, the experiment is kind of or I died. So see ya. Comment, subscribe before I do.